Hi everyone and welcome to the Discover History YouTube channel. You've got me again, yay! Paul's finally given me a chance to come back and he likes to hog the limelight, as I'm sure most of you know. And we've got, well, some of you know him. For those that don't, the stranger is Ian. And there we go. And as most of you are aware, in December I had emergency life-saving surgery, which has meant that this year for me pretty much is going to be spent on recovery, possibly going into next year as well. And we've had to think of a plan of how best to continue running the business. More importantly, keeping up with the guided tours, because it's going to be a long time before I can do those again, and just give Paul some support. And we thought, who could we get to help us do our guided tours that we know has a passion for history as well and that we trust? And we asked everybody on that list, and then we came to the bottom bit, only joking, and we thought we'd give Ian a chance to join the company. So welcome to Discover History. Now,
that's on top of the list.
Now we're going to put him on the spot and just basically give him a few interview questions just to kind of get you sort of into the role of knowing a little bit more about him, because you know about me, you know about Paul. So Ian, why do you consider yourself a suitable candidate for joining Discover History?
Thank you for that.
Not really, no, we know you and we love you and we trust you for this. So where did your love of history begin?
Right from primary school age, actually. Military history more than anything. I remember being in primary school and we used to have a library outside in the corridor, and we used to go out and pick a book and bring it back into the classroom to read. I picked one basically because of the cover. It had a lot of soldiers and red coats and stuff on it, and it was a book about Battle of Waterloo. So from my earliest years, from 6 or 7, I can remember being interested in the Napoleonic Wars, and especially Battle of Waterloo, and still am. And then of course I played with Airfix models, built Airfix models, played with Airfix soldiers. So I have an interest in the Second World War as well. But yeah, Napoleonics is my big thing. Second World War, First World War, and American Civil War.
Fantastic.
But I've always had a love of history.
Brilliant.
Right from an early age.
And you're not a local to Worcester, are you? You're not Worcester born and bred like myself and Paul, but
No.
you've fallen in love with the city, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm originally from Nottinghamshire, Retford in Nottinghamshire, North Nottinghamshire. Then lived for a few years in Doncaster, which is South Yorkshire. So I've got a right mix of accents. But no, after meeting you and Paul in 2012, 13, and then coming down here, yeah, I love the area. I love Worcester, I love the Malverns. There's so much history down here. It's a beautiful area. Yeah, it's my adopted home.
And being in the city now, what would you say is your favourite bit of history that you live in Worcester?
Ooh, well, because it's military,
If you can narrow it down.
If I can narrow it down to one bit that really interests me, that's the Civil War, the English Civil War, and that's also because in Nottinghamshire, just down the road from where I used to live, is Newark. That had 3 sieges during the Civil War, still has a big star fort there, and of course Worcester's got its own star fort. It's got Fort Royal,
2 sieges.
and it had 2 sieges and battles. So yeah, that's the bit that fascinates me. But the whole area is fascinating. You know, I've been on Paul's tours and the churches, and and the big cathedral, and there's so much history encompassed in such a small city.
So if you had someone come on your tour and they said, give me one bit of history that I can't leave Worcester without knowing, what would it be?
No, you put me on the spot. Thanks for that. Well, I would say, because it is one of my favourite places in Worcester, is King Charles House, which is a pub because it does some lovely pies in there.
Yeah, we've been there a lot for pie and mash.
But I would say that one building encapsulates so much about Worcester itself, because it's still existing and the history behind it. I would say that's one place that really speaks of Worcester's major history.
Fantastic. And if you could go back in time and have dinner with one historical person,
Ooh.
Who would you choose and why?
Anybody or someone from Worcester?
Anyone at all. It could be anyone from Worcester. They could be alive, like me, or someone in the past. Who would you
Ooh.
want to, and what would you want to ask them?
Right. It would be Napoleon, and I would want to ask, and this is after Waterloo, I would want to go to St Helena, have dinner with Napoleon, and ask him just how he was feeling during the Battle of Waterloo. Because there's so much we don't know about his mental state and why that battle was such a disaster for the French army. That's what I'd want to know.
And if you could go back in time, say in the TARDIS, and you could change a piece of history, what might you try and change?
Ooh, okay. Well, this goes back to my love of the American Civil War. And I would, and I don't think people know about the American Civil War, but there's one Southern general, Stonewall Jackson. Now, he was shot by his own troops on the evening of the Battle of Chancellorsville in 1863. And I would want to stop him riding out reconnaissance in front of his own men in the dark and then get shot by them because he was cut down before his time. And it makes you wonder what would have happened in the rest of the Civil War, like at only a few months later at Gettysburg, if Stonewall Jackson had been at Gettysburg. I think it may have been a bit of a different battle. So that's what I want to do, stop him getting himself shot.
Brilliant. And if you could rob an idea from history, like an invention or something that you would want to put your name on, what would it be? And why?
Rob.
What would you want to like go, I wish I'd discovered that. I wish I invented that.
That's a difficult one.
That's why I asked
Yeah,
it.
no, that is a difficult
Putting him
one.
on the spot again. Yeah, he's thinking, Paul,
Yeah,
how
I'm
long have we
thinking,
got?
I know, yeah, I'm thinking. Well, if I go for military, I'd want to be the person that designed the tank.
Okay.
Because it's like in the 20th century, there have been so many developments in military history and military hardware, from the first tanks in the First World War up to what we have these days. I think that's something I would want to be involved in.
Okay.
Development of the tank.
And what do you prefer, Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Just changing it
Yeah.
there completely.
No Coke, I think it's got more flavour.
Okay. What's your favourite packet of crisps?
Cheese and onion.
Disgusting. And what's your favourite chocolate bar?
Oh, blimey. My favourite chocolate bar. It's got to be a Hershey's, any type of Hershey's bar.
Okay.
Cookies and cream one or something like that.
Not Reese's.
Yeah, I like peanut butter, but for a chocolate bar, Hershey's chocolate's really nice.
And if you could go on holiday anywhere coming up, where would you want to go and why?
Ooh, we've already been there. I would want to go back to Waterloo.
Yeah.
I would go back. We went in 2015 on the year of the 200th anniversary, but we went in August. I would want to go back there again and spend more time on that battlefield.
And the most important question of all, who's going to be your favourite boss, me or Paul?
Well, Paul's going to be my boss because you can't really do a lot.
Oh, I can still do a lot behind the
Anyway,
scenes,
Paul's
surely.
got to teach me it all anyway, so.
Well, on that note, we welcome you to Discover
Thank you.
History. We thank
I'm looking
you
forward
for
to it. I'm looking forward to
joining
learning
it, and hopefully, you've got the same passion that we have to carry it forward. It's our little baby that we've always protected, that we've worked hard for, and we're pleased that you lot enjoy it.
made
So
a big success of it. I'm looking forward to joining it and hopefully being as good as you two are at what you do.
Stop crying. No, not really. But hopefully this is your introduction to Ian. Please make him feel welcome. And again, if you've got any questions for him, ask away. Put them in the comments for the video. Anything you want. No bars held there. So we won't sort of edit any of them as such. So put him on the spot as well, we say. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you like us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Share away and stay safe. Hopefully we'll see you soon, and hopefully I'll be back doing a bit more as well. If it's not me, it'll be Paul, and if it's not Paul, it will be Ian.
What you can do is start cooking.
That he's been helping me with behind the scenes. Yeah. But on that note, enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll see you soon. Take care then. Bye.
Bye.